Singapore has one of the lowest income tax rates in the region, if not the world. It has helped it become a global financial center. But it's also one of the world's most expensive places to live, and that's making inequality worse. The new budget for them, well, they're aimed at trying to fix all that. Miro has this.
Uncle Pan Ting Fat is 64 years old. He has lost his job in the shipping industry and then as an electrician to foreign and younger workers over the years. Now he cleans dishes in a Japanese restaurant. He works 10 hours a day and 6 days a week. He makes 2,100 Singapore dollars or 1,500 US dollars per month. He says he's considered poor in Southeast Asia's wealthiest country.
Actually, it's below the average income of Singaporean, $2,000. The average is 3,000 something.
The budget Singapore government announced earlier this week aims to help elderly workers like Uncle Pan. Key measures include increasing contribution and paying more interest to old workers' pension savings, locally known as CPF. But Uncle Pan says although the benefits are appreciated, they're not enough for him to stop working. Singapore's employment rate for people above 60 is among the highest of all OECD nations. The government has made it mandatory for companies to offer 3 more years of work to those turning the official retirement age of 62. The push to hire older workers follows an attempt to increase the population through immigration, a policy that caused a public backlash as the arrival of migrants pushed up property prices and strained public transport.
We have scarce resources in terms of housing, medical, transportation, and so forth. So if you keep on having this inflow of so-called low-cost foreign labor, it's not sustainable. So there has to be a shift towards actually looking at how we can actually leverage more on older workers.
Even working past the age of 65 has now become commonplace in Singapore. In 2013, 40% of Singapore's elderly population aged 65 to 69 was in the labor force, compared to less than half of that figure a decade ago. As Singaporeans live longer, more and more of them expect shortfalls in their retirement savings.
Our government wants the older people to be financially independent. This is why you can't withdraw your CPF at one go. Nowadays, people live longer. If you withdraw all your life savings at 55 years old and spend them all, who is going to look after you when you are old?
In the latest budget, Singapore government says it will raise income tax for the top earners and to give cash paybacks to the poorer seniors. As Singapore deals with a rapidly aging population, the city-state is trying to strike a balance between a Western-style welfare system and a Hong Kong-like low-interest rate competitive economic model. Miro, CCTV, Singapore.